2, 1. Blast
Actual
off.
record. It says actual recording in high quality. Yeah, blast off. Here we go, Yassar. Mate, we've been
How's it
talking
going,
about this
man?
for a while. We've been talking about this for too long.
I
Mostly
know.
on me. We're here. We're finally made it.
What changed? What made it happen today?
You WhatsApp me going, what the fuck is going on? Let's do it at 10 p.m. tonight. I was like, 10 p.m. Yeah, why not? To be honest, like there is no excuse. So we're doing it. We're making it happen. We're really doing it.
Yeah. I think there's so much we both talk about, and we're like, oh, I wish we recorded this. This would be such a great episode. Um, and finally, we're doing it. And
Yeah, and
now
we're
my mind's
like
drawing a blank.
well, I'm completely bootstrapping this shit. So like, look, we got like this box set up over here. Like, was gonna use DJ Osmo. Like, figuring out we're gonna change the background a little bit, but there we go. We're good. We're good. We're in.
Th-
Let me get in the center.
This this is the hustle mindset, right? You just need to get on with it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I think I think maybe because I've been in this social media space a year or two more than you, but like you've got the energy that I used to have in the space, and, and I think like I've kind of like cooled off a little bit, and just hearing how like what was it 750 videos or something like that you've scheduled in.
Yeah. So I've scheduled for the next 3 months, 750 videos, got 250 more to go.
And you did
So
that, you
yeah,
did it yourself.
I did, yes.
All right,
It's
so question
intense.
number one for me, why did
Yeah.
you do it yourself? Why did you not hire someone else to do it, and how long did it take you to do?
Why did I do myself? I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. Oh no, sorry, let me take that back. I just do. If for me, and answer your first and third question at the same time, rather than overthink it, I just do it. And if it's done, then I publish. And that's it. So I will wake up, have a coffee, and be like, I'm going to record 15 ago. And that's what I did. And
I
I
think
did that
that's your
over a couple of
superpower.
days.
I think that might be
Maybe,
your
maybe.
superpower,
I made
because
like
a
a
lot of
hundred and
people overthink it. A lot of people overthink
yeah.
it. A lot of people, like, myself included, like, I am sitting on about, I'm sitting on about 1,000 videos that I've posted at least once, and then about at least 50 to 60 videos that I haven't even posted yet, maybe more. And today I was like, I can't even bother to post one. I haven't scheduled
But
anything.
that's the thing about. Here's my theory, right? When it comes to social media, and I know a lot of people who, especially people who got brand deals, will rely on brand deals. Creators like that,
Mm,
they have this. They have this kind of. I want the video to do really well, right? It's
mm.
that kind of. It's always the creator mindset. I want the video to do really well, or I want it to be seen by the audience, and I want it to be proud of it, which is fine. But the way I see it is every video I create is for a specific person, not for a large audience. So I have to mass produce to get to them. And I will average a 10,000, 15,000 views. But then if I'm producing 12, 14, 15, 16, even 25 videos in a week, that's still significant. Like I started posting on LinkedIn recently. My average weekly impressions is 1 million.
Yeah, that's good.
And
That's damn good.
but that's because I posted probably 30 in 1 week, 30. But each thing was organized in a specific way. I don't just post, I have themes. So I have like my carousels, my questions, my CTAs, etc., etc. And the way I look at it is like the awareness curve, right? So awareness, nurture, lead, because I look at
Mm.
it like a business. I didn't come into content creation thinking I wanted to do creative content creation. I came into it thinking I want to help people, and this is the
Yeah.
best way for me to help people.
Yeah, man. No,
So
I think for me, it's always more the actual admin behind the stuff. I think that's usually the thing that gets me. That's the bit that got me. I think it's probably been 2 years of posting every single day. And then I handed it off to someone, And that is, and then and now I'm not directly, I've still got a bit of a VA, but like I'm kind of trying to bring it back in a little bit to kind of rework how I'm working because it's not been the cleanest. And that's been the issue. So now it's like, oh God, 4 o'clock, I have to go and post again. Maybe I need to get on one of these scheduling tools properly because that's.
Yeah, bro. Let me walk you through a process right now where you can create 150 posts.
Let's go.
Using Claude, using all of this, using Whisper. So the first thing I would do, this is if I want to create 150 posts right now, let's say carousel posts, not necessarily video posts. And I can explain that in a second. I go to Whisper on my phone and I just dictate. I dictate my prompt. So I say something like, and it has all my files and all my data. So based on the knowledge you have of me, you have my core themes. My core themes are education, career education, growing your career ladder, how to manage managers, this. So I'll name like 10 themes. I said, based on these 10 themes, I would like you to create 10 carousels on each theme. And for each theme, I want you to base it off my work that I've previously provided to you. And the language and the style has to mimic the style I have. And I just want you to provide me the high level hooks for each one first. And then it will provide me the hooks, right? So
this is in Claude, right? Not Whisper, right?
This is Claude. You can do this on anything. Claude, ChatGPT. What that does is gives me 150 hooks. Now I've got the 150 hooks. Look at the hooks. Good, bad, crap. Maybe entice them a bit more. Do that. Then I say, okay, create me a foreshadow hook. Like, what's the next hook after the first hook? The authority line or whatever it may be. Then it does that. Then I say, okay, now build the story. And with the story, I have like a story arc. So it's like situation, contention, solution, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it will create me like a storyline, right? So usually line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, bam. Go to Claude with that data, put it in, ask it to put it in a spreadsheet. You put it in a spreadsheet and you upload that spreadsheet into Google Drive. Go to Claude, create me 150 carousels in Canva using this spreadsheet, each line being a carousel, and make it creative as possible. Don't make it, my color scheme is teal, my color scheme is this. Once you've created them, go back into the Google Sheet and paste the Canva URL link into the row represented. It'll take an hour, maybe. It'll do that. 150 done. Take that spreadsheet. I go to OneUp app. I go to bulk upload. I upload the URLs. I upload the text caption. And because the text caption is identical to the text on the, because I do that, I post the same caption as the text that's on the page. Some people just read the caption, right? So it can be the same. That's my 150 posts. And I'll upload all of them.
System. How many carousels are you posting a day?
I have no idea, but I could tell you now. I could show you my screen. It's like all of the carousels that have recently been done. Let me show you. So if you've gone onto my Instagram, my new Instagram, it's not like super great quality.
But
it's good enough. So for example, that post there, can you see that?
Yeah,
that was done via Claude. That was done by Claude. All of them, all that was done by Claude. So it's got my color scheme, it's got the text and everything, and there's so many tools out there, right? But that is like one pillar of your 3 pillars.
Yeah.
And with you just need to go back and use OneUp app and honestly schedule. You can actually repeat posts every 2 months automatically.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And you have to remember that if you go to your insights, probably 25% of your followers probably see the actual reel, and the rest is the non-followers. So it would make complete sense. If it's 25%, you need to share it 4 times.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there is now with everything. So I got 2 sides of this. There's no excuse not to be posting every single day because there's all different types of all different types of tools out there now to make the automation now as easy as possible. I think the real challenge now is to actually build something that's truly game changing and like that actually really stands out. So let's take Max's career ladder as an example, or what Simon Squibb's done. I think, that maybe Simon's a bit of an anomaly because obviously he had money to make it happen. Watch Your Dream didn't just take off, I think, overnight. I think that was one of a more like compounding one, but like Career Ladder was kind of a bit more of a, really kind of very smart idea, stuff like that. And then, the concept, the ladder. And I think like that's where I think to really kind of do something that actually stands out right now with content, video or text or whatever it is. I think that's it's kind of where you want to go. Do you want to try and be more the artist, or do you want to just do the science kind of thing? And I think the last 6 months, my mind's been more around like, how can I be more of the artist? I don't know, for some reason. I guess maybe that's the luxury of having brand partnerships and stuff like that, where you can do that. And I think the science is much more, if you're selling things like courses or monetizing kind of like, knowledge. I think the science is needed, right? You have to focus on that. But if you're more kind of trying to get more wider impact, I think the artist thing is really important. Like Subway Takes and Career Ladder, I think they're the two best examples. They are now global phenomenons. Like Max Kamenko pretty much now has access to anything in the world. Kareem Rama, the founder of Subway Takes, is now on Saturday Night Live. He's on like John, whatever they like Jimmy Kimmel and stuff like that. Like that's crazy. Our creator has now transcended into like true like mainstream through artistry.
Should he? Well, I think it is. I think it's consistency. I don't mean consistency over like a year. I'm talking like they religiously post every single day.
Yeah.
And without fail. And that's like a well-oiled engine. And when you do same day, same time, your expectations from your audience are set. There's no like whiplash, emotional whiplash, right? I think one of my biggest problems is I've got a mixture of all sorts of content. I've got content that's serious, that's funny, that's this. So you're getting this kind of emotional whiplash with my content, which is why I think I'm debating whether I separate pages or just keep going. And my theory is just keep going. I don't have time to... You're buying the personality. You're buying the personality. So I'm not interested in... I don't do brand deals. Or when I do brand deals, it's very much like a long form brand deal, right? So it's like a 10-minute YouTube video or something. And
I think if you're gonna do separate channels, you're really kind of trying to build media channels, right? And you're trying to like potentially sell them in the future. Otherwise, I think it's better to focus on the brand, on you as the brand. That's my opinion, anyway.
I think we have something quite interesting happening with Guess the Salary.
Yes. Where are we at with that?
Well, we are on. Well, I think I'm winning still. I think we're on episode 6, 7. Coming out soon. We're in like 4-3.
There you go.
Well, we'll find out who actually wins. We've got another 5-6 episodes, and we've got to do some more filming, obviously. But I think the response to that was nice, right? Like it's so surprising what people... I think that we're always curious as human beings. So when you ask someone like that guy blew my mind. The guy, newspaper guy.
The newspaper guy.
The only thing I kind of understood, like his salary. So for the people listening, you explain it. What happened?
He was kind of 20, 30 years experience working in newspapers. He mentioned his biggest expense was a Rolex. He'd been holidaying around the world, and we met him on quite an affluent street as well. So I think like just based on like, okay, this guy's kind of, yes, he's in journalism, which is known as not a well-paid career, but like this guy feels like he's in the top 1 to 5%, which is probably where most of the money goes in that industry. So we were both like, I think I was in the mind of like 6 figures, like low 6 figures, and you went 150, and I was like, holy shit, 150, that's gone high. like that, like,
Yeah, but
and
he was
obviously I've got to
wearing
react.
a
Yeah, obviously
Rolex.
The Rolex, and the Wagyu burger. I think the Wagyu burger is good as
Wagyu
well.
burger, Rolex. His missus had a
Uh,
Chanel thing going on.
and then so I was like, it's definitely not over 150. Like I take the 149 here because I really wanted to win, but I would have probably gone 100. Like I would have probably
Yeah,
gone
okay.
around the 100. And it still would have been 50K off because he was then like the big caveat that we didn't ask him, and this is because we're so narrow-minded in London around being the main city, was that he's based in Wales. So
Yeah.
it was
But
on
Wales is
40
not like, come on, man. You know, Wales is not going to be, even if you're based in Wales, let's say you're in the village in Wales, which probably he isn't.
village, the village, with the two Londoners talking about the village in London, in Wales,
Yeah, you know where all the sheeps are. No, I'm joking. I love Wales.
and we've been
But
cancelled
let's
by
say he's
Wales.
out in the outskirts. Even so, you know, if that role was in London, it wouldn't be so far off. It may be 10, 20K. K?
Mm,
Not 50K. That seems like that's double the
yeah,
salary.
yeah. To be honest, I think like again, like honestly, knowing like people who work at like the BBC in Wales and stuff like that, I think their salaries are much less than London. Like I think there's a
Mm.
significant difference. But I think we thought like definitely 15, 20, 30%, maybe 40% difference. But I think we both thought he was like top dog, this
Yeah.
whatever
He
newspaper
he made out
or
like he was.
hey, but there we go. There we go. But that was fun. The guest salary is definitely a fun series. I need to kind of support you a little bit more on it. But I think like we just need to get another day of filming in with Tom, get another 15, 20 episodes off the back of that. That's another month or so of posting. I think it's an easy one, right? It's an easy one just to keep on
Yeah.
doing, keep doing. It's an easy format. We've got it now down now. Uh, I've had quite good feedback to make the statement as well. My new short form series.
I
That
like
was
that a lot, actually. Yeah, that's really cool. It's nice because it's so
um
different.
yeah. Obviously that's very Subway Tapes inspired, but I wanted it to feel London. Again, I've only filmed it once, I haven't filmed it again. Tom is like on me, like, when are we filming again? I was like, mate, I'm all over the place. Like, needs to what you do. Should get the fuck out here and do some filming.
Why is that? Like, let's unpack that because I think you and probably every other creator I've met just sometimes doesn't, like, in the politest way possible, is like, sorry, I don't understand the excuse. Like, help me understand the excuse.
Yeah. I think it's for me right now, it's a matter of culmination. So it's the growth of creator leaders, which is pretty cool right now. And really kind of how we're doubling down on that. We have obviously one team member in Iram that's probably going to grow. There's time that needs to be allotted to that company. Skillster as well, right? We're about, I think Matt needs to get in touch with you, or he is trying to get in touch with you, one of the two. We are probably a week or so away from V2 of the product, finally. So obviously after 2 months of going back in development and stuff like that, again, sitting on those calls and they're scheduled again. So it's like, obviously you got these two sets of calls and stuff like scheduled, and deals then come in, you need to go and film them or focus on them. And then, an 8.5 month pregnant wife, a toddler, no childcare support. And it's just a combination. And then trying to launch my long form, for fuck's sake. Like, and this series, which I'm super excited about. And I think I've got the first brand on for that, which is great. Still
It's
nothing
amazing.
signed yet, but there's definitely interest.
You have like such a business acumen when it comes to like creating businesses and when it comes to content creation. Do you find that you flourish when you really enjoy it and like you kind of like you were saying the creative part last 6 months you've been really
Yeah.
enjoying. Do you enjoy that? And that's what, because it feels like
I
to
think
me
I
that
love the early stages. In the early stage of like an idea and growing an idea. I think the thing is where I think I still need to work on is taking the idea to the next thing. And I don't actually think I don't think it's a quick thing. It's more of a oh, I've now got four things going. And it's like, where do you, so for example, right now, if I take my four things right now, short form, the bread and butter, the brand deals and stuff like that. But then I'm still not posting content every single day on my platforms, which is crazy because of obviously the VA thing. Um, Skill Store, Creator Leaders, and then now this new show, which is probably still working out the name. The names unfortunately had to change, so now I'm trying to find a new name for it. Um, but yeah, it's I think it's just like if I think about the people who have really gone upper level or up tiers, they usually focus on one thing, right? And they double down. Colin Samir, they focus on Colin Samir show, and then everything else surrounds the Colin and Samir show. Has gone all in on the career ladder now. Dropped everything else pretty much. All in the career ladder. Now everything surrounds his career ladder. Subway Text, Kareem Rami, doubled down on that. Simon Squibb, like maybe a bit of an anomaly again. Entrepreneurs, I think they have a little bit more resources and team around them, who've built this kind of stuff. But still, like everything is around Help Bank, or now Dreaming.
Mm.
I think is now the new name as of a few days ago. So Dream Inc. is everything. Content leads into that. Businesses lead into that. And I think I still haven't been able to get to the stage where all my stuff is very aligned, cool,
Yeah.
but it doesn't all go into one thing because there's different stakeholders in each one of them. And that's just something that I've potentially made an issue for myself there by building with too many people, too many different things. But at the same time, I'm
I
in a
don't
luxury. I
I
have the
don't think so,
luxury that
man.
I've got co-founders for each of these businesses and partners for each of these businesses that can actually move things forward. So I don't have to be. So for example, today I was in the park with Isaac between 3 and 6 p.m. because I just wanted to. It was nice and sunny. Went to the park, kind of
Yeah.
thing, and things can move forward. But you know, it's one of those things. I think naturally I'm always going to be a person who will just. I kind of enjoy the struggle. Do you know what I mean? I, I I think there's a part of me that enjoys the kind of like actually struggle and trying to like continue to try and do it. I think if I had just like done it, made it, I wouldn't have the same hunger.
Yeah, but I think there is some art to it. I like you talked about quite clearly multiple businesses. That's one route, and you said that some people who've like made it have just done one thing.
Yeah,
But I'm pretty sure there's other people who've done lots of things. You've got like the Sidemen, you've got all Chunks and all these kind of people. They've done
yeah,
lots of different things. So I think there's a problem when you compare your weaknesses to other people's strengths.
yeah.
And you need to be selfish to be selfless. So when you focus on your content, do it for yourself first, not
Yeah,
for what happens next or the thing that happens after that. And I think we are really hard on ourselves as content creators because we're constantly looking at like we've got an audience in front of us, right? So unlike your work in your workplace where you do the work and then you present your stuff and then happy days, it's a small audience. Our work is live.
yeah,
And as soon as you get over that kind of saying, well, actually, I'm just going to produce as much as I can or as little as I can, but really high quality, whatever route you take, I think you start to enjoy it and then it becomes a bit easier. For you, I think you just need to make a little bit of extra time every day. Actually, I
I
got
don't disagree.
perfect advice. Perfect.
Okay, let's do it.
This for everybody. Every single Monday, get your piece of paper and pen and write down 3 to-do lists. The first to-do list is with the deadline.
Okay,
So everything you've got to do this week with the deadline. Then the second to-do list is the stuff that you keep postponing that doesn't have a deadline. So it's the nice to haves. Keep putting it there,
mm,
there, there. And then the third one is to not do list. The to-do list that you shouldn't be doing, but you have on your thing, that's admin, that whatever. Focus on the to not do list first. Get rid of everything.
yeah.
Delegate, 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 delegate. And just eat the frog, whatever is the worst there.
For
And
me, that's
then
posting. Well, but it is,
posting,
it is, it is, it is necessary, right? So it's a kind of double-edged sword there, actually.
When you say posting, you mean the actual admin of scheduling,
The actual admin of scheduling, yes.
because you schedule natively on the apps.
Been so used to doing it, but it might be better to adopt one of these tools, like the OneUp one that you use.
I don't know why you wouldn't. You can schedule up to 1,500 posts a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, a day. So you can do
Jesus.
unlimited. But I've got unlimited posts on mine. So it's you're doing a justice to your audience by doing that, because you're
Mm.
able to produce more content, and then also you're doing a justice to yourself. Why are you going to spend 20 minutes uploading when I can spend 20 minutes uploading 1,000? Like, when you say it out loud, it's kind of stupid, that the fact that you still use native, like in the politest way possible.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's maybe because it wasn't really an option. Well, I'm sure they were there, but they weren't as much used before. So I just got so used to it, and then handed it off to someone to then manage all of it. And now it's kind of like, oh, but yeah, like especially TikTok and IG, like there is no reason not to be posting on there. Even the old reposts,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I'll tell you what I
Um,
hate about TikTok. Whatever you share a story on Instagram, it's so hard to share the same story on TikTok.
mm,
Do you notice that? Like, you have to literally just go to your camera roll, do this, do that. I tried to create an iPhone shortcut to do it. It just didn't work. It's like, I was like, I need to figure out
what
how to do this. So, like,
what's
post
your
on
favorite
both.
platform at the moment? Is YouTube still the one that you're focusing on the most?
Facebook is actually my favorite right now, believe it or not. Uh,
Facebook.
People on Facebook are lovely. Like, I get lovely messages every day. It's like, you are amazing. You're so cool. I love you. Would love to meet you. I'm
How
like,
much time do you actually look at the comments and DMs and stuff
zero.
like that? Okay.
Zero to the DMs. Sorry, zero to the comments. I spend time on the messengers, because the messages where you usually get the nicest comments, and also you don't get the hate as much, and all the business opportunities come through there as well. Whereas
Yeah.
comments, there's always some dickhead who just says something dumb. I don't
So
know if
let's
we could
talk
swear.
about yeah, actually talking about that, I had like a LinkedIn from like 20 days ago with like a brand reaching out to work with me and I never saw it in fucking LinkedIn DMs. I'm like, why not send an email? The emails and all everywhere. Just send the email. If you really want to work with someone, send an email. Don't just DM someone. Anyway,
True.
one shout out to brands. What's the latest on OVD?
So launching OVD on the 16th of April. Um,
Nice.
it's a behavioral science. Basically, if you're a professional and you want to earn more money, look after your family, do it, get promoted, get that job you wanted without the stress of losing your integrity by navigating politics or any of that. I basically use what I've trained over 1,000 people with, and create like a system, and it's proven to work. It uses behavioral science, a bit of AI, and a bit of human experience. So it's like a cohort program. The first one's 50. I can't tell you what we're on because I wouldn't be able to know. I'd have to check. But I've been having back-to-back calls with people who are trying to sign up, and yeah, it's just been a bit crazy, to be honest.
Fucking
Website
cool, man.
crashed this last night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh my God, someone's trying to pay. This person's trying to pay. Yeah, it's been insane.
This is it, man. This is the big step.
I'm excited for it. I think it'll do well. I hope so. Anyway, we've got some really cool people involved. It's my first business, so we haven't launched yet. I've seen cash collected. It's pretty decent. I'd say I
Yeah.
haven't hit the six figures, but I'm close to it.
Nice.
So I think we might get there. So I'm looking forward to like that day where I can say, yes, did it.
And there you go,
First
six
month.
figures, first business. Is a hell of a step.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But no one prepares you for this shit. Honestly. They
Yeah.
don't prepare you for the admin. That is super killer.
Yeah.
And the marketing nonsense, the
I think the marketing is good. Like the marketing is really your choice, how much heavy you want to go into it, or which way you want to do it. But the admin is just. I know, like the admin should be the fucking easiest thing now, but like it just doesn't feel. There's admin for the admin. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever it may be. I mean, we've hit the 30-minute mark on this. I think this is a good first episode of what we don't even know what this is. What is this?
We'll just call it just going with the vibes. I don't know.
Going with
I
the
don't know.
vibe.
I think this is like an installment, right? It's like I feel like it's like we have these installments where we just kind of periodically connect with each other, talk about things. I like this because today was talking about our jobs.
Yeah.
And we're all about careers, right? So today, if any creators were listening or anybody who wants to become a creator, they probably would find it interesting.
Where's this going to go? Where this is going on YouTube? We're going to collab on this on YouTube, right?
Yeah, post it today, YouTube, and then
Today it's nearly midnight. Who's going to post it today?
You're going to send me the link, and I'll edit it and post it. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
So I'll spend 10 minutes.
Oh wait,
so
you wouldn't even have this on your side. It's going to be on my side. We'll figure that out. This is going to be boring.
Yeah. So what? But just for people to know, after this episode, I put a timer on 10 minutes. If I can edit and post it in 10 minutes, great. Otherwise, I stop.
All right, so I need to get you this link ASAP. Anyways, let's quickly talk about this then. You're going to edit this 31-minute video in 10 minutes. How the fuck are you going to do that?
Download the video, upload it into my video editor, color grade it, add music at the beginning, music at the end, and then that's it. I'm not going to cut anything out of it.
Yeah, you're not cutting, right? Got it. I was going to say.
So that's fairly straightforward. Then
I thought then you were going to tell me you built your own like long form video cutter. I was like, holy shit.
I've noticed that people don't care.
Yeah.
You're optimizing for people who are paying attention to your video and their phone at the same time.
Yeah.
So actually, you need to take breaks because people can't concentrate.
Well, one thing we've not talked about, so let's do it on the first. Let's do it on here, and then we wrap up. What is the title of this video? Because that is the most important thing with YouTube, right? The title and thumbnail. I don't know how you're going to get a thumbnail of this, by the way. Actually, we probably we can use a thumbnail from our filming with Tom, right? We've definitely got like when we were outside Big Ben or something.
I want to try something. You're not going to necessarily agree with it, but I've got theory.
I'm the least precious with stuff on social media. So why we quit our 6-figure careers to become creators? That could be the title. Something about like
that question.
We didn't get the why. Did we get the why? Or how?
Why did we quit our 6-figure job to become a content creator and stress ourselves out?
That's probably too long for a title, but yeah, I think why we quit 6-figure jobs to create content, something like that, or to be creators.
We should just cut this bit, put it at the beginning.
Yeah, fine. All right. So why did we quit our 6-figure jobs to become creators? Who wants to go first?
I was just tired of being someone else's employee, and I wanted to do something creative. And I loved the fact that people enjoyed my content, and I just felt good about it. And I just fell in love with it, and I was like, "This is cool. This is nice."
I think honestly, I think you nailed it on the head there. It's literally simple as that. I think after 10, 15 years or whatever it is in a career, you do feel a little bit like you're boxed in, and you're making other people money first and foremost. But I think it is actually the creativity stuff. Like, I don't think I'm happy to put my hands up. I'm not naturally a creative at all. I never thought I'd be seen as a creative. I don't know about you in your career, right? However, when you've had all your career where you've not able to put an ounce of creativity, really, and like now probably the workforce is maybe a little bit more creative because AI allows people maybe a little bit because they can trust to do things. But like, you're the sales guy. Do the sales. I remember literally a CRO said to me, when I was trying to like get involved in like some event stuff and some marketing stuff, and I was like, this is gonna work. It's like, you're the sales guy. Make sure the sales team hit the numbers. Don't worry about marketing events and stuff like that. Leave that to the marketing and events guys. And I was like, fuck. That just, you know,
So yeah,
someone who's an early employee, been at the start for like, you know, how many years, like maybe 3 or 4 years, something like that. I was just like, for fuck's sake, I just want to kind of like expand the skill
yeah.
set a little bit, have some fun. That's
How did
probably
you
the biggest
find
thing.
your how did you find your niche when it came to the creative side? Like what the content? Because obviously your content, well, you explain your content, but how did you find that niche?
I think career, like obviously, I think the careers element was very much just because I was interested in like backing and supporting other people's careers. I was always that person who was kind of like, I was always like the unofficial coach to people and stuff like that, and would mentor people and stuff like that. I probably will actually go back to doing some like high ticket kind of coaching down the road. I think at the moment I can't bothered, but like I think I will go back to it because it is fun doing it with a few people. But I wouldn't want to be a coach to hundreds of people doing it all the time. Like I think that's just, unless you do like cohort what you're doing. But that's another thing to figure out another day. Um, I think the careers bit was just purely on. Actually, let me answer this much more succinctly. I'd always felt through early stage of my career multiple rejections because of name, right? I actually remember, I'm never going to forget this, when I first, like when I was going viral in 2023 when I started. I remember a guy coming up to me in Westfield and he said, saw your content, blah, 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 but I remember your name because I remember you applied for a company in like 2014 or something like that, like a sales role. And the hiring manager, so he was a recruiter, right? And he said the hiring manager went through a bunch of names and just looked at your name, went no, didn't even look at your CV, didn't look at your background, just saw your name and just saw Aiden outside and went no. And based on that, he was a Muslim guy, and he was just like, he like knew I was being counted out purely because of my name's Arabic, right? So
Mm.
that, and then other opportunities throughout my career where I've maybe been overlooked because of other, you know, differentiating factors and stuff like that. I've never been in a company where the VP of sales or the CRO has not been a white middle-aged guy, right? Kind of thing, right? All of these things. So the opportunity, giving people access to opportunity was the reason I started doing the content in the first place. And then I think the entrepreneurship side has been a part of that, right? Skill store, giving people access to skills, creator leaders, giving people opportunities coming together. So I think that kind of access to opportunity has always been the thing that's driven me to go and do all these things, essentially. The content has enabled it.
That's amazing, man. I love that.
Don't tell this story
It's
enough though. I don't tell
I
my
know you
story
don't.
enough.
I don't think you do. I think it resonates because, you know, like you said, you could continue to grow in your corporate career, but you probably already hit the ladder. I think you're already at like the top, generally speaking, unless you are next step CEO.
Next step was to be CRO, essentially. That was
Yeah.
literally to go and try and do
As
something like that.
you know, and I know, like once you hit the 200, 300K, once you earn another 20K, 30K, 50K, what it's like the tax is already 25K, and then split over a couple of months, it's a couple of £100
Yeah.
extra. For that extra stress, for the same feeling, because you lose the feeling of excitement once you get
Yeah.
to near the top, because it's like, well, I know I'm just taking on extra responsibility. That's
Yeah.
it. Like I don't feel any better because I'm already kind of doing this anyway. But I think there is a threshold actually. I think when you're in like the 100K to 200K range, I think you're still excited. I think once you get to the
Mm.
200 to 300K, people start saying, well, got a bit of savings now, got a life, I got this, I feel a bit more comfortable, maybe I can take a bit more risk. And I think for myself, especially, I'm at that stage where in my career where I could take a risk. I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm in a very fortunate position, but I've
Mm.
also worked 17 years, really more than that. I started working when I was 16, so probably like 21
Yeah.
years I've been working solid. And now I can do something I want to do. If it
Let's
doesn't
go.
work, it's on me. And so, you know what? glory to God, it's been great. You've been a great wonder. Like you've been, I think I sent you a message, didn't I? Can't remember what I said in
I
there.
think you did,
Where I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, when I quit my job, it was either before or after. Can't remember, but I just sent you a message saying, I was like, you don't understand how much of an inspiration you are, because you showed me that you didn't need to be, you could be yourself, you could have the business mindset, and you could still be a content creator and enjoy it, and you would be well respected within all three. As
Yeah.
someone who doesn't create, I wasn't like in that space. It was very inspiring. And so when I started creating content properly, kind of based it on the model that, okay, you know what, this is actually a business. I can do this. I can make a living, and actually I'm going to do this. So yeah, credit to you, man. And Mo
I
as well.
appreciate it, man. Hey, and shout out to Mo. Everyone's a big fan of him. We need to get him on this. Actually, if the three of us can sync on this, that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, it'd be
Um,
funny.
but look, man, look, we're like, I think we got the title. You know, why we call our six-figure salaries to do this. Oh, there you go. That's it. To do this. That's what it is.
To do this.
And then episode 2. When are we filming next? Are we just gonna just get it in? It's 10 p.m. on the evening now. Is it gonna be a week? Is it
That's,
gonna,
I
it's gonna,
think, dude, man, we could just talk for ages. It's all right. Like we were supposed to start. What time did we start?
it's 11. Yeah, 10 past 11. We must have started just about 20 past 10. It took us about 20 minutes or so to get the text set up.
Just whenever you're ready. Tomorrow, I'll do tomorrow. Saturday, do Saturday. Let's just keep posting. We don't need a schedule.
Yeah.
Most
Let's just play around with it.
that
Let's have fun with it.
the algorithms changed now anyway.
Yeah,
So
honestly, yeah, I think the big thing really for this is just title and thumbnail. I think the packaging, like if we just get let's just play with the packaging. Like, I think as long as like the packaging kind of fits on this, and then we just see how it goes.
yeah, okay.
Nice. All right, man. Well, maybe let's jump off here and then let me see how the hell I get this to you. Let's get this out. And then, yeah, mate, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to do this. Then we need to ping Tom, get a next filming day in, maybe do that Dean Street thing. You know, that could be fun. Although I'm
Yes,
not sure it's needed, but like, unless you're gonna do something with Rob, then I'm up for
mean,
it.
Rob. So with Rob, do you want to stop recording?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, episode 2 coming soon. Let's go. Cheers,
So-
yourself.